Okay, we're working on the Planet Workshop. Now we're going to work with a linear function that basically looks like this. It just gives you a number. There's no x in here. And it could be either like fx or gx in here, or like mx, or anything in here with an x, or it could be just like y equals. Yeah, you need to remember that it doesn't matter like the way it's written in here. This is basically telling you which is the value of letter y. Okay, so we're gonna begin with step 1, table of values. Okay, so step 1, table of values. Okay, so we're gonna build a table, this one. Okay, and we're gonna put x on the left and y on the right side. Yes, and on the x we're gonna fill it with numbers -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so those are the numbers I'm gonna put in here: -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay. Now, if you notice, this formula doesn't have an x that can be substituted. Like, yes, you can substitute this x, but it could be like, remember that this thing could also be a y equal. So like, basically it's telling you that the y is equal to -3, because there's nothing else to substitute. It's basically telling you that the answer is -3. No matter which number you are using, the answer is -3. So you don't need to do any calculations in here. You just need to put that the answer is -3. And basically you just have to do that with all of the values of the table. So like, it's basically the answer -3 always. The answer is equal to -3. That's kind of like what the formula is telling you. So step 1 will be something kind of like very simple to do. You just put this number in all of the y's. Okay, so now once you have this thing, we're gonna use this table of values to do step number 2, which is the graph, because we didn't have to do any processing here. We could use this space to talk about step 2. Okay, so for this step, well, I could put like step 2 graph. Okay, and I'm gonna underline and I'm gonna put it like in here. Okay, so for the graph we're gonna have to use a coordinate plane. Remember that it has to be something like this. Okay, from -5 to +5, from -5 to +5. Okay, and the numbers that you got in here are basically the ones that are going to give you the points. So -2 and -3 would generate the point -2, -3. So you just have to look for it. -2 on the x, -3 on the y. So it will be a point in here. Okay, so that will be the first point. The second one is -1, -3. So I will go to -1 and directly on the y is to -3. So this is where I'm going to mark the next point, on -1 in the x and -3 on the y. The next one is 0, -3. So I'm going to go to 0, and from there I'm going to go on the y-is to look for -3. 0, -3 will be this point. The next one is 1, -3, so it will be 1, -3 will be here. Okay. And the last one, 2, -3. So we're going to go to 2 on the x's. Okay, horizontally I'm going to look for number 2, and vertically I'm going to look for number -3. So in here is where I'm going to have to put the point. Okay, the point that is 2, -3. Once I have the points, I grab my ruler and I'm going to draw the line. Okay, so it will look like a horizontal line. So yes, every time you have like an equation with only a number, like if it's fx or if it's y equals, then you know that will be a horizontal line. Now if you have an equation that says x equals, that's something different. Okay, that will be a vertical line, that's different. Okay, so either you have y or you have fx or gx or any other function with only a number, that's a horizontal line. So we're gonna have to use the coordinate plane and locate the points and draw the line. Okay. If you are using grid paper outside from your notebook, then you're gonna have to cut it and paste it with glue stick. So we're kinda gonna do something like that right now. Okay, so I basically cut this thing and paste it on my notebook. It will look something like this. Remember that you need to put arrows on the line, okay, to explain that this line, it basically goes on like forever. Okay, and those will be the first two steps for working with this function of a horizontal line.